Bible Lessons Daily. Ancient truth for modern life.
In the ancient world, contracting leprosy carried a severe penalty. Far heavier than the illness itself, you suffered a social death. To the rest of the world, you became a legal ghost. The law forced you to actively warn people of your presence. If you approached a public road, you had to tear your clothes, cover your mouth, and yell, "Unclean," so anyone nearby had time to run away. The physical pain of the disease was brutal, but the isolation was absolute. You were banned from entering the city gates. You would never again sit at a table with friends, hold your spouse, or hug your own children. The condition functioned as the total erasure of a person from human society. While the body decayed, the law effectively deleted the human being behind it. According to the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus is coming down from a mountain after delivering a major teaching. Because of his growing reputation, a massive, tightly packed crowd is swarming around him. Then, the atmosphere shifts. A man covered in visible sores steps directly into the path of this massive group. A terrified scramble ripples through the onlookers. People push and shove each other out of the way, desperate to avoid coming anywhere near him. A legally dead man has purposefully walked across the strictest boundary in the ancient world. He has breached the space of the living. He doesn't stand tall or make demands. He drops straight to the dirt, falling on his face in total submission at the feet of Jesus. Listen to exactly what he says. He doesn't say, "Lord, if you are able, heal me." He says, "Lord, if you are willing, you can make me clean." He already knows the power is there. The real doubt in his mind is his own worth. After years of being treated as garbage, he genuinely questions if anyone would actually want to help him. This diagram shows the ancient law of ritual purity and contagion. The rule was one way: disease transferred to the healthy, not healing to the sick. The purity is swallowed by contamination. The crowd holds its breath, expecting Jesus to recoil to protect his legal standing. Every structural rule and social norm of this society demanded that Jesus reject the man in the dirt. Instead, as the Gospel of Mark records, Jesus does the exact opposite. He reaches his hand across that empty space, and he touches him. Logically, this makes no sense. Jesus possessed the authority to heal the man from 10 feet away with a single spoken sentence. He could have stayed perfectly safe. He chose physical contact because a spoken word would only cure a medical condition. By reaching out, he gave this outcast the one vital human experience he had been denied for years: the feeling of another person's hand. That single deliberate motion demolished the absolute barrier separating the clean from the unclean. The physical effect is instantaneous. The sores and the scars vanish directly from the man's skin. Jesus restored the man's humanity, giving him back his absolute right to exist alongside his family and his neighbors. This restoration returned a ghost to the world of the living, reclaiming a man's social identity as quickly as his health. We might not deal with the exact same disease today, but we all carry our own versions of it. Deep shame, perceived flaws, and closely guarded secrets cause us to isolate ourselves, convinced that if people saw the truth, they would run. Our standard human instinct is to avoid that kind of mess. We naturally recoil from brokenness, both in ourselves and in others. The compassion demonstrated in this story operates on a different framework. It looks at the source of a person's shame and moves forward, rather than recoiling in disgust. True compassion acts in direct defiance of fear. It moves deliberately and warmly toward.
What lesson spoke to your heart today? Tell us in the comments, and subscribe for daily Bible wisdom.